Shalom. He's your fellow servant Tazawar, back again with another lesson. This will be a short one. But first I want to start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, who rule well and whom we've learned this truth from. Shalom to the Akim out there, pushing likewise doctrine and spiriting in truth. And the sisters and the speckled birds listening and learning abroad to USA Shalom. I've been going into a lot of the basics, so this is another milk lesson. As I said, this will be quick. So today I want to talk about proving that the Israelites, us, are indeed so-called black or a dark-skinned nation. All right. We went through the lineages in earlier lessons. One thing I want to point out is that it says Adam was made of the dust of the earth. All right. Well, if you dig down, the earth is different shades of brown. All right. From, a sandy kind of brown, depending on where you live at, to a deep, dark, like rich, almost black in complexion, all right, type of color. That's just one point to go. And actually, speaking of that, let's go ahead and start. Let's see if we can pull this up. Genesis. All right. You know what? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Genesis 2:7. All right. And the Lord God, all right, formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. All right. So let's jump to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. All right. Now, Judah is just one tribe out of the nation of Israel. All right. That's the fourth born son of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. All right. Let's click on this and get in the linear. They are black. Right here, H 6937. Okay. And the Hebrew word here is Qadar or Quadar. All right. To mourn, be dark, to be dark, to darken, to mourn, to grow dark. All right. Then if you come down here to the Strong's definitions. Right here, I'll bring it to the top of the page. Quadar, a primitive root, to be ashy, dark colored. All right. And what do we always say when we get out the shower, yo, or the bath or whatever? You know, we done just got done washing up. We got to go put on some oils or some type of moisture, some body butters, you know, because we get ashy. Now, this is actually talking about a custom of where, and it mentions it down here, to put on, to mourn in sackcloth, all right, and soiled garment. And we actually used to put ash on our heads, all right, as a form of mourning. But I just thought that was interesting to have, to be ashy. And then right after that, it says dark colored, all right. So that's the book of Jeremiah 14:2. And then in the rest of that verse, it says they are black unto the ground. All right. Likened unto the ground. And we know Adam, well, all men were made of the dust of the earth. All right. The men before Adam and then Adam himself. All right. You can get that in the book of Genesis. Were made of the dust of the ground. All right. Now, let me see something right back here. Jeremiah 4. Is it here? Maybe it's in chapter 8. ShAwKaR. Here we go. Jeremiah 8. All right. For the hurt. Jeremiah 8 and 21. For the hurt of the daughters of my people, I hurt. I am black. All right. I am black. Astonishment had taken hold on me. All right. Now this is referring to mourning, but again, let's see what this word is. Quadar, same thing. All right, dark colored, to be ashy. So this word quadar has two implications, right? To mourn and then to be dark colored. And then if you look up here where it says in the KJV translation count, right? And then it gives you the Strong's, black, dark, blackish. All right, blackish. All has the same root word, quadar. All right, let's get another one. Let's jump to Job, chapter 30 and 30. Let's get it. My skin is black upon me, and my bones are burned with heat. All right. Now, this got a different word in it. Look. H78:34. But what did Job say? He said his skin was black upon him. All right. Right here, to be black. To be black of skin. All right. And this word is ShAwKaR. ShAwKaR. To be black. All right. So obviously we know, and Job is in the lineage of the sons of God. All right, which is what that same bloodline before the birth of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. In that birth line, that's what that lineage was known as, the sons of God. All right. And we know this because when you get to the book of Romans and it talks about coming from the seed of Abraham, well, we know that Abraham is who was given the promises. All right. And yes, Abraham was also a dark-skinned man, because if you go and look at the land of Shinar, all right, which is ancient Babylon, that is modern day Iraq. All right, the so-called Middle East. All right, they call it Asia Minor, but you know, I was a little bit of a I'm not gonna say a contrarian when I was younger, but I used to tell the teacher in school that ain't Asia, that's the African Peninsula. All right, but my spirit back then, before I even came into the fullness of the truth, man, knew that they was lying to us. All right, but in that region, those were dark people in the land of Babylon originally. All right, the Hamites inhabited those lands. So if you go back to Genesis 10 and you go through the lineage, the sons of Ham, all right, and he set up the kingdom of Babel. So originally, those people in that region were dark-skinned people. All right, and we do not come from Ham, but Ham is another dark nation. All right, the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary tells you that we're not the same people. But that's just a point of reference to let you know that dark nations ruled that land, ruled that area. Okay, and Abraham came out of that region. Just as a point of reference. Okay, let's get another one. This was Job 30:30, where he says, "My skin is black upon me." All right, let's get another one. How about Solomon? All right, Songs of Solomon. Let's start at chapter 1. Let's start at verse 1. The Song of Songs, all right, which is Solomon's. So this is Solomon's song, meaning Solomon sang this song. All right. The elder apostle Tahar gave an example in a lesson he did a while back, where he was referencing how people, the same artist may play two different roles in the song. He was referencing Biggie when he brought it up. All right, the Notorious B.I.G. But there are many artists who may sing one part of the song, and then in the next verse they sing the counterpart or the antagonist in the song. All right, depending on where that what the song is about. But anyway, this is Solomon singing this song. All right, let's start at verse 5. Okay. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. All right. And this word Kedar right here is referencing black. This word actually goes back to the root word in Jeremiah. Let's get it. Oh, Salaki, let's go back to the root word in Job. Beautiful. Black of skin. The ShAwKaR. All right. ShAwKaR. All right. Black of skin. Black. I am black but comely. I'm black and beautiful. All right. Hold on. That was the first word I got. Let's see about this word here. Kedar. Kedar. Yep. It goes back to the root. The root word. Kedar. Dark. Look, a son of Ishmael. All right. The descendants of Kedar. Strong's definition. Look at this. Dusky. Of the skin or tint. All right. Black. All right. It's the same. The root is the same from Jeremiah 14:2. All right. Here's the root right here. Quadar. All right. 69:36. We can go back. 69:37. It's the same word. Okay. So there's no way that the Israelites or the people in that seed line before Jacob was born were pale of skin. Okay? Even when you get the birth of Jacob and Esau. All right? They describe Esau because he looked different than the rest of his descendants. Okay? Than the rest of his the people that were in his family line before him. Just like albinism today is rare. All right? Being an albino or having vitiligo. All right? Those are two of the same conditions called leprosy. Okay? An albino is a clean leper because they are totally all one shade. Where somebody that has vitiligo with, light patches, dark skin, and pigmentation missing in other areas, that's an unclean leper. All right? But you can go back to the account when Miriam was speaking against Moses after they came out of Egypt. All right? And the Lord took her color away from her, man. And they said that this was a curse and a horrible thing. All right? She got smoked with leprosy. And it tells you that, leprosy. Okay? Y'all can look that up on your own. I might go into that word leprosy a little later, Lord willing, if time permits. But, Lamentations 5 is another one here in the, in what's called the OT. All right, going into the skin darkening as dark people do when we are malnourished or if we sick in general, you know what I'm saying? But let's jump to this one right here, really gonna close the book on it. So we just gonna hit this Acts chapter 13 And one, we're going to let this speak for itself. All right. Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers. All right. Now, you can only be a prophet, a true prophet, if you are of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Anybody else is not really a prophet. Okay, because the Lord makes it clear throughout the scriptures that he's the God of Jacob, the power of Jacob. All right, and the power of Israel, Yasharallah. He doesn't deal with any other nation. So if there is a person claiming to be a prophet who is not of that lineage, guess what? They're false prophets. And furthermore, that makes them a witch. All right, somebody that practices divination, which is against the scriptures. And the punishment for that is to be put to death. All right, so y'all keep that in mind. So when it says here, certain prophets and teachers, if the scriptures is talking about prophets, then you already know it's of that set apart seed line. All right, Israelites. As Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger. That's how they would like us to pronounce it, but the word there is nigger. All right, and Lucius of Cyrene. All right, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. All right, let's get this word nigger. All right, or Niger, but it's the same pronunciation. You can look it up in a dictionary. I got an old Webster's dictionary from I think it was reprinted probably in the 60s. All right, the back don't even the pages don't even stay in the backing. All right, and if you look in that book under the term nigger, it gives you the phonetic sound Niger, Niger. All right, let's get this one. Transliteration, Niger. Pronunciation, Nagar. Let's see what they say.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
See, nigger. That sounds like some European over there in Europe with an accent calling somebody a nigger.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
All right, and it tells you the root etymology of this word is of Latin origin. All right, and right here, outline of biblical usage. Nigger, black. Surname of the prophet Simeon. Now, what is a surname? That go back to your family line. So this means whatever line this man came out of, they were very dark skinned. Because if they were known amongst the people as, hey, them niggas over there, as nigger, all right, then that means they were dark, very dark. And then it says a prophet. And like I just said, if he's a prophet, a true prophet, he's of the lineage of the sons of God, all right? In that same set apart lineage from Abraham, Isaac, and to Jacob on down, whom became the Israelites. All right? So that close, I mean, that's cut and dry. I don't need to say nothing else. Okay? But if you pair this with just to give y'all a couple more, go to Lamentations 5 and 10. All right. Go to Revelations chapter 2. All right, where it gives you the image of the Messiah. All right, the Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. All right, go to the book of Daniel. All right, where it gives you description of the Most High, Yahweh. All right, dark skin across the board. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.